Uncle Chris, or as he would be like to be called, Uncle Cirque, had the biggest heart out of all people I know. He taught me how to show this world true love and kindness, and not for the benefit of his own self, but others. I have always and will always strive to help others as he had. I like to believe that he is the reason I have such a big heart. Ever since I've been little, he has given everything he's had to others in need, although he was in need himself. He owned one winter jacket. A couple years ago, he saw a woman downtown Framingham and noticed she hadn't had a jacket and was cold. So let's take a guess on what he did. Of course, he gave his one and only jacket to the woman so that she wouldn't be cold, although he would freeze himself. This is just one of the examples of the kind man he was. He cared so much about others and their well-being, although he didn't know them. He loved them because Jesus loved them, and I know he thought to himself, what would Jesus do? Growing up with Uncle Chris in my life was the biggest blessing. He was one of my best friends and uncle all in one. Although he didn't have a lot of money, he always managed to get me candy and little knickknacks from the store, which I knew he used his very last cents for. Always picking out things he knew I like. I will cherish everything from him for the rest of my life. Uncle Chris is the funniest guy I have ever met. If you know Chris, you knew how much he liked to talk backwards. It was like a second language to him. I was Reda, my mom Lisa was Asil, and my dad John was Nahaj. With no doubt, he constantly would have my mom and I on the floor cracking up with laughter the whole time while with him. You weren't in a room with Chris if you weren't laughing, I can tell you that, and he found a way to make any and every situation funny. The one memory I will never forget about Uncle Chris was Christmas in 2008. I had been begging for a dollhouse. I woke up in the middle of the night around 1 a.m. because I heard something in the living room, and with no doubt it was Santa in my living room bringing me a dollhouse and eating all of the cookies, of course. I was so excited, but although he ruined the whole Santa Claus thing for me, it was the bestest and sweetest thing anyone had ever done for me. This memory I will absolutely never forget. What I will cherish the most is the memories and all the good laughs he would give my family and I. I will miss the texts I received from him at least once a week. Good morning, Lisa, 143. I will miss his caring, loving attitude he gave me and everyone else around him. And I will live my life always wanting and achieving to have a heart like my Uncle Chris. 143, love you forever.
Now we're also going to be hearing from Austin Falcioni.
Dear Dad, it's hard to believe you're gone, but I can still hear your voice whenever I listen, hearing you call me little man. I always knew and still understand it as an expression of your love. You're not really gone to me. You'll always be with me in my heart. Anytime I go to see a sports game on TV or go to Picky Pond or gather with family, you will be there with me. I take solace in the fact that you're not in pain anymore. You are surely in a better place. You always knew how to make everyone laugh, something we will continue to share. I know you and I didn't talk as much as we would have liked to, or seen each other as often as we wanted. But we always wished that things could have been better. One of the last conversations that we had, you told me you were trying to get better and that you loved me and missed me. I'll never forget the last thing that you said to me. Never give up, 143. Gone, but never forgotten. You'll always be alive in my heart. I love you, Dad.